I want to kind of pivot a little bit and speak on which goes right along with what we're talking about. But a lot of people view this as like burnout or like they're barely surviving. Like I know I've hit that a few times. I don't know if I've ever gone through burnout. I don't know what burnout is. I don't like relate to that. But also I probably have and I just don't know. It kind of reminds me of like I've had so many anxiety attacks, but I didn't know it was an anxiety attack until like 25 years later. I was like, "Oh, fuck, dude. I was having anxiety attacks like every week." Like
Yeah.
full on shaking, can't drive, on the floor, screaming, crying, like just, and I had no idea that that's even what that was. So I feel like sometimes you're in the middle, right? You're in the middle of a burnout. You're in survival mode. How do we recognize it, right? We're talking to women business owners here. I know they're relating to a lot of things that we're saying. They're all the things, right? They're the wife, they're the mom. We're trying to work out. We're still trying to stay hot. Like we still have to be hot in our 40s, 50s, and 60s. It's a lot of pressure on us. How do we know? How do we recognize this when we're in the middle of it? Speaking directly to the ladies who are listening live, the ladies who are listening on the replay.
Yeah. Great question. I just want to reflect back what you said because I don't know that we know we're in it when we're in it. It's just like we all know now, and science shows that being like a little bit of stress is good, like before the presentation or whatever. But chronic stress wreaks havoc on our well being, and a lot of women are living and running their businesses in this state of low level, sometimes high level chronic stress.
Yeah.
A few things that I would say, especially from my own experience and just like seeing my clients, how they respond when they come into my programs. It's like if you are someone who at the end of the night you're tired but wired, that's a red flag. If you can't like ease into rest, um, if you uh, wake up and you just like immediately every single day have that like monkey mind and have to like start over going, go, 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 just like what's next. And you feel guilty about taking a break or resting. I also feel like a big one for me, well, two more, because I really think it shows up individually, and I have a feeling that the ladies that are listening, they know. If you think, "Ooh, that could be me," it's probably you, and maybe something to explore. I think for a lot of women, it's like you can't remember the last time you just lost track of time doing something you enjoyed, or you felt genuinely like lit up in your own life. Like you start to just almost schedule like even like a dinner out or travel or whatever, and it's like you are managing your life instead of living it, and it becomes this sense of that you're just keeping things going. You're not really having this like lit up, activated experience in your life. Final red flag I would say is resentment. It's a very low level emotion to be marinating in for a long time. And when women get burnout, I think oftentimes they resent their work, they resent their partner, they resent their families. And that's usually a red flag that comes up in my communities.